Hello everyone and welcome back to another Steel Division 2 stream. So the original plan of this stream was to cast live a game between Murnruk and Roye for FOB Arena. However, one of the two has no. I should be fair here to Roye, who is here, but Murnruk isn't here. Meaning that yeah, the game at the moment is not happening just yet. And we don't know if it's going to happen at all. So this is why I made the poll that you see here in the chat. Since I already announced the stream, might as well do one. I also don't mind. It's not like I only wanted to cast games. So yeah, just give me feedback with the poll. What do you want to see? I can either play quick play, or I can go and cast some games that have been played. If a tie persists, I can also do one of each. So that is also an option. Then everyone should be happy to some extent. You want to play a game versus 6 South African? If you give me 3 or 4 minutes to see how the poll goes, but at the moment it's tight, so we can might as well just do both. Then yeah. Then this is definitely an option for everyone who just joined. Again, the game is either not happening or at least going to happen later, so because someone's not showing up. So just participate in the poll and let me know if you rather want to see me play a quick play game, or actually that would be a game versus Lizak, or if you rather have some games that have already been played that I can still cast. There's plenty to choose from. We're not at a shortage of games to cast. So this is something you don't need to be worried about. So what map do you want to play on this egg? If we get, so far it's tight, so I would just do one of each. Cast a game, play a game, or play a game and let's see if what's if the game will happen eventually. Arashaye. Okay. That sounds fair. Any specific matchup you want to play? Like, am I free to choose anything? I won't pick anything OP. But any specific matchup that you want to train? Like, I can play whatever you want. Not saying I won't be good at it, but that I will be good at it. That might not be the case, but as long as it's not OP and it does not have Andrusha. Okay, so I heard Wolf Ramen is okay. No, just kidding. Axis or allies you want to play against? And ST was OP. I do like that one, Hipaz, I have to admit. Isolafine, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Because at the moment it's still tight, so I think, yeah, we're just gonna play a game against Lizak since he's already here. And then... yeah. If the game is still not happening, I will just cast one that has already been played. I do have a cool one in mind that we could cover. But for the time being, I'm going to play. Okay, what am I going to play? I'm tempting to do SD Apaza. But I think Lisa doesn't want me to meme, probably. Yeah, true. That one at least wouldn't be OP. But it's not like I would either pick a meme or I pick something that I wouldn't pick usually on that I also would usually pick on Harashaye. Is Pechoti considered OP on that map? It is strong, I know. Because that's one that I would definitely practice with. Other than that, anything else that I would want to practice with? So I'm gonna stop the poll here. I think we have enough time. What else would I usually play on that map? Probably Kipirks. No, this is one that I already can play. Oh, did you win your puzzle? I know that you're a menace with SD. Okay, so sorry, I need to focus now. I need to find something that is suitable, that I want to practice and is not OP, but also a good choice. Still, one of the Soviets should probably practice. Yikes! Okay, understandable. Might be a weird pick, but I'm gonna try it anyway. 6th Airborne then for me. I think I can just pick that, play that as is. Yeah, that's all right. Blinde. Yeah, actually, I like Blinde. Don't really practice it much, but I like it. Yeah, let's do Blinde. Although that's probably an advantage, actually, because I think it's better on this map than 6 South African, but that's me. Alright. You have the choice, Lizek. 6th Airborne or Blinde. Which of the two do you want to play against? Private. Yes. Ah, perfect. We're already there. That's going to be allies versus allies anyway. And where is Lizek? There he is. But yeah, the choice is yours, Lizek. Hey, what division will be good against Soviet 43rd? Well, that depends a lot on the map, to be honest. So, okay, Lizek doesn't care which of the two. Splendor would be easier. I don't know for whom, though. No, oh, okay, that's what I mean. No radar T guns. Fair enough, but Blinde is can be a powerhouse in other ways. But we play Blinde then. I like the suggestion. Thanks very much. There we go. Yeah, Blinde Maverick then. There we are. All right, it's back to the question at hand. Yeah, I would go with what Curb says. If it's a large map, anything with King Tiger, Elephant, Strong Air. You don't actually need King Tigers or Elephants. Strong Air alone can do the trick already. If it's CQC, honestly, a lot of divisions, like unless it is pure CQC, which no map is 100% just CQC. So I feel like there's so many maps where it can actually do very well against 43rd. But generally speaking, anything with strong air, 43rd will struggle against. And yeah, what else? Town maps / CQC maps, anything with better CQC will do. Need a while to come up with some good ideas though, but I'm sure there's a few. Oh, okay. Murnruk is finally awake, but they still have to do picks and pans, so we can still play this game. Just need to go a little bit fast. If we start just the cast a little bit late, that's gonna be all right, I think. Like we're still gonna get to see it. It's just we're a little bit delayed, but that's all right. It's you, Murnruk. I'm still curious. Oh no, actually, we're gonna try and sneak it in here. Although he's probably going to notice that. Actually, what we can do is go from this side. That's probably the safe one. Oh, so the game is postponed. Okay. Never mind then. We're not in a hurry. So we're going to stick to the plan. We play this game, and then we're going to cast an old one. And then, since it was 50-50, all people are satisfied. Hopefully. Or maybe none are satisfied. That's also an option. Do we make the push here? Do you have more and better CQC? That should not be an issue. I think we do. Send these two, follow up with a supper for the bazooka, and then like do 2 of these for a little push and support, and then we're good to go. No maps always problem to a big number of planes. Thank you for your answer. So, since you say an open map and the IS-2 number of planes are a problem, did you play against a specific player? Because I know there's one player in the queue who really only plays that division, and he uses a lot of planes, and of course a ton of IS-2s. That's why I'm wondering if you asked that question because you just played against it, or if it is a general question. Yeah, I think I'm very happy actually to take the CQC fight there. I don't mind at all. He shouldn't really be able to. Actually, let's put one sapper in there. Just in case that there's any tank rushing through here. We have the bazooka, and they can actually do something. So most of them we want to use in the town though, because of the bazooka. So there's 2 options basically. We can push here or we can push in the town. I really do like to push here. So we're going to push there. We are going to take some of these. We're going to take a steward. We're going to take a supper and a pioneer. Both should unload over there. Actually, just in case that there is a recon plane, we should probably do that. Oh, no. We're not doing that, please. I did not unselect them then. We're going to do this, please. Thank you. And then we just have a few flamers. Yeah, it's Lizak. Wants to practice 6 South African. I'm not sure if he has a specific game with 6 South African or if he just wants to learn how to play the division better. Both would be very understandable. It's a cool division, I really like it. Not claiming I'm good with it. That's always the thing. Liking and being able to play it well are 2 different things. At least for me personally. Right, so I wouldn't mind having some of these in more aggressive positions. That's probably too aggressive. Oh, hold on. It's maybe too aggressive, but we can try. We try. And then probably want to have some of these guys. I'm mostly worried about the M10s because those are going to be freaking disgusting. I'm going to bring some supper. Like over here. And get some more supper over here. It's the right spot. And then we have Sherman. I think for defensive deployment, that should probably do the trick. Do we have recon Sherman safe? We do not. That's a mistake. It is what it is. It's not the best deployment. For sure, but it's gonna have to do. I don't want to have him waiting forever. Everything in a run. Sorry for the stream, but we'll have to reschedule tomorrow as Murnruk fell asleep, and I'm in the process. Yeah, it's all right. It happens. So unfortunately, I won't be able to cast it then because tomorrow is Yapasa versus Farid, and this one I've also already planned to cast. But you know, if they're like slightly misaligned in terms of the time, I might check in as well. 3 times I had played against 43rd with the same guy, and it was always problematic, but it was fun. Yeah, there's one guy. Again, I forgot the name, but there's one guy who's like really a pro with that division. And not many other players that I know of, really. That might be okay. Nope. No, no, no. Oh, we have a little... Guard car fight here. Interesting. We're gonna have to bring one of these in then. Alright, stay out of range of... Right, let's get some youth up there and push. Get some flamers up there. Love it when my Sherman does like a 180. Always lovely. This is an okay answer. I'm just too slow with my micro though. Bit of an issue. Alright, let's see how bad the situation is over there. Ooh, I might still be able to get in there. That's not the end of the world. We can send him over there. And... Alright, we need some scouts over there. I need to be able to see. This is okay. We can unload, load him up and move him in here. I can probably be more helpful. And then if you can't dig that out, we might just have to bomb it. What are you doing, good sir? Okay, we need something here just to hold, and then we need some more vision. I think one of these up here will do the trick. Ooh, this could potentially be a quick answer. Might just have to bump that. It's a long-term solution. That also does the trick. Sticks around with that, I'm gonna get one of these. If it doesn't, not worth. I'll just die. Oh, the half track. Alright. We're gonna have all of those in a bit more of a defensive position over here. Alright, let's move you. Let's move you. I think this one we can actually retake. So the town's going to be a bit more tricky. But we will probably find a way. Something's in there. We might be able to just stick that out with... Maybe not worth it. Flag did I lose? Oh, this one. Might actually need to have some of these in here. Okay, maybe we do need the artillery over there, maybe. All right. It's probably going to be in there. Oh no, I used the fast move. Oh, I'm just to back off. But yeah, not looking good at the moment. Oh, we're gonna bring that over there. Yeah, I played that super badly. Jesus. Okay. What is in there? And now I, of course, made a mistake by not buying... This you're not gonna hit. Actually, almost hit it. Oops. Please kill that, thank you. Well, I guess we're gonna have to do it that way, because otherwise... Might at least stress them out. That's the best I can do at this point, unfortunately. Might be able to see something over there. Let's see what we do have here. Not stressed out. Can you... No, no, no. Still have that issue then. And turn off auto cover. Oh yeah, 17 pounder. That's an issue. Yeah, this is an issue now because I don't have that range. How do you... I hop in? No, it's no. I'm gonna play hide and seek here by the looks of it. This is actually not really what I want. Oh no. Let's see what we have here. But yeah, I don't really know how to get back in here now with the 17-pounder. So I guess the fight is going to be over that flag, because I just really can't see myself winning in the town again. Yeah, let's just move now. We're going to play the old dodgeroo. Might even lose line of sight on it if I'm lucky. He does not. Alright, let's see what we can do with that. No, you're not going to get there. Damn it. Turning radius, the mortal enemy of this. Oh, no, 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 no. You're not gonna get in there with those. I have some supper for you. Oh, what do you see? This one? No, no. No, 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 no. Not okay. You can fall back. I don't really want you there. Then we're going to bomb that, and then we're going to see what we can do afterwards. Also going to bring this over there. I guess we're going to have to bring some tanks. The next thing is really going to have to bring some AA over there. How am I so bad? Jeez. And turn off auto cover for those of you who know what I just did. Alright, we need to get a Bofors in here. This is not the only one, don't worry. Also, I do have a ton of these guys, so it's okay. Oh, this is a problem. Bounce, bounce, bounce. It's just not in the right distance. But yeah, I think I'm losing this slowly but surely. Fortunately. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to shift it over there. Now we have it here. Bring this up over in there. This we can catch. This we can bomb. No way over here, like that. Now there's AA. Oh, it's not. First thought he was ground attacking, but he apparently is not. Should also bring some. Oh, we have these guys. Over here is probably worried. Can bring me the most value. Oh. Okay, you can move in here now. Quickly, but I think this is just not gonna happen. I played this horribly. I didn't expect him to have like everything in the center. It's just really hard to counter a push when someone has like everything in one place. There's just not much you can do about it. Unless you do the same, which I maybe should have done earlier, but... Just one of those things. Once it happens to you, that's about it. We need to get AA in here as well. I love that though. But I was gonna say, it's only a matter of time till rifle spear show up. Which means... actually I might need it more over here. Look at that. If he ever shifts anywhere, I'm basically dead. Except unless it's here, because here I do have AT. But I think that game is... we can shift those over here maybe and see if we can make a fresh push, but it's gonna take us a while. Can he? He can't see that. Maybe I can sneak in there. Chance is low, but... Oh, I need to shift him over there. Or else he's gonna get smacked by that half-track. No! Spot America. Oh, it hasn't exactly done a lot of work. So... He might bait me into the A. Not having that. Anything fast? Let's see. Maybe that's gonna get in. Chances are nope, but I have to try. It's a tricky one. Hold on, what are you doing here? There's a tank in there. Didn't like that. Yeah, no, I might actually lose that, which would be absolutely horrific. Forgot that I have artillery. Yeah, there we go. Here we go again. This is a good fight. I don't mind that. No. No. Okay, it's surrendered. I'm happy now. But this is now... Yeah, I don't even know what to do at that point. But this thing is still here. Oh, what killed my... Oh, did it move that way instead of that way? Oh, I forgot that I have this here. Yeah. Well, looking at how I'm playing this, I gotta be honest, I'm not very hopeful for my league games. I still have to do. Okay, I think it's time to go into more like hovered position, where I might be able to control when I'm gonna attack. But yeah, as I say often, and this is a very good example here again, having Fiats everywhere is really strong, and if you have to play against it, really annoying, by the way. Just wanted to point that out. Okay, so we're gonna just arty that back to us. We can keep that with just 2 half-tracks. More half-tracks should not be a big issue. I can't really move against them and just leave them here as reserve, but not really all that much I can do actually. Oh, yeah, okay. Maybe we're not gonna go there. Got that back. I just need to find a way to get back to 1311 somehow. I think Spitfire Pheromones is bugged by the way the reload timer only counts the small bombs. Oh wow, that would be insane. Greetings, hello. Alright. No Sherman shall be there. You shall not pass. Oh, the Spitfire. I might want to move that up a little bit. Ah, now you move that out of... I think we should win that thanks to these units over there. I think. Oh, wait, oh, when did I... That was not the plan. If I lose that, I'm going to be really mad. Be questioning. Oh, I'm afraid that it's going to come without a Spitfire eventually. So, better bring in some AA there. Oh, he's making a little flanking maneuver here. I have noticed. Don't think I haven't noticed. The issue is I still don't have a flag here. And I still need one. So at the moment, I'm just playing a game of making sure that I don't lose too hard. But put something in the charge tower might help a little bit at least. But I'm not gonna win with that like that. And that much has to be clear. Also don't like that something's in there. But yeah, I mean the problem is at the moment I'm purely in defensive. And that's never really a good thing. Because he can do whatever he wants. I can't do much about that. And whenever you're in your pure defense, that's usually a sign that things are not going to... Oh no, I shouldn't have. Yeah, but... Maybe this is the only hope I have at the moment, is that my permanent shelling here has done something. But he's also been permanently shelling me, and I have not that many units over there, so that should be an indicator that probably things might not really be as good as I hope. Oop. So we're not going to push here. You can move out of cover all around here, and then you might be able to re-engage on that tank. Oh, no. There's a lot here. Yeah, I think Chi well played is in order, because I have been horribly outtraded. There's not much I can do at this point. yeah, 700 points difference. That's huge. So, well, it is what it is. I think I haven't really abused my light armor too much, but also, again, I've just been absolutely smacked by that initial push. So, there's that. It is unfortunate. It's unfortunate. But yeah, I should have just put more bazookas there. I probably would have been able to stop him. I think my what's it called? My sapper there, for some reason, unloading. I really felt it was in range to be shooting at that recon, like 50 cal, but it wasn't. I think if that had survived, I might have had more of a chance still, because that one at least could have killed a tank or two in that town, but that was just not going to happen. So that was that. Probably, I don't think it would have changed much, but it might have made the difference. It is what it is. Murnruk is new king of Power Creep, where he started intermediate and is now doing well on pro levels. Well, the intermediate tournaments is every like newer player to the tournament scene will there, or you mean intermediate channel. I think honestly he's doing very well at the moment. He is definitely improving a lot. The king of Power Creep is still Curb at the moment though. But Murnruk is getting better, clearly. GG's, Lizek. But yeah, no offense to Murnruk, I don't think he's quite there yet that we can call him the king of Power Creep. It still has some work before him, but he's good. Definitely good. I'm actually curious. I hope that I get to play him again soon, because the first time I played against him, I still won. Last time I played against him, I was losing because I tried new divisions that I don't really play, and that didn't really work well, because I just got counterpicked. So let's see if he overtook me by now. That is bound to happen at some point. I can't keep up with players like that anymore. I just don't play enough. Ever since I started content creation, I can't keep up with these players anymore. But yeah, I mean, he's very good. I honestly expected him to do worse in the bracket that he's in the group, but he has proven me wrong, so that's a good sign for him. Now, I think, which games did we have? I think he won against Sir Robert. He tied against Froblord. And what else? Stahlbrecher? I'm not sure if he played against Stahlbrecher yet. He's going to play against Roye, and no offense to Roye if he's here and watching. I think he is falling asleep, so probably not. I think he's going to win against Roye. I don't think that's a question. I think winning Frob is big. Well, to be honest, I mean, he gave Frob a run for his money. But I think a part of that was also Frob just not. First of all, he didn't ban a good division. And second of all, Frob just ran out of stuff. So I think Frob is still better than Murnruk, but not by that much, maybe, considering how stressed I think Frob was for that game. So I was betting my money on Frob and Stahlbrecher in that group, but it looks like might not be as clear as I thought. I'm actually curious who's going to win in my group. It's probably going to be Espresso, to be honest. Especially since I threw one game against Spory because I did a meme pick. That might not have been the smartest idea, but yeah. The person who surprised me the most in his group though is probably Herr Robert, who I think is just like you clearly see when you watch him, like he still has it in principle, but he's just so out of shape. Like if he played some more, I think he would be very strong in that group again. But at the moment, it's not doing super well. Do you think someone will win against Gunzo in this tournament? Single game, yeah. The tournament as a whole, I don't think so. I think Gonzo's going to take that win again. Though Luna actually doing very good at the moment. And from the games I've seen so far, he has been trading fairly well. So he's doing a bit of a Gonzo there. But I don't think he has what it takes to win against Gonzo still. Might be wrong, though. Might be wrong, though. I think after Koenig is probably the most serious contender, though. Farid, maybe. The problem with Farid versus Gonzo is Farid is a very aggressive player. And Gonzo is really good at just out-trading those kind of players. So this is why Farid versus Gonzo, I think, is probably not going to go super well for Farid, despite him being a very good player. So, I don't know if anyone's going to win. Versus Luna or Koenig could contest him, maybe. Yeah, this is my feeling too. I think those two players could. If Luna does not throw a pick, he can win, but he needs to not throw a pick. Well, to be honest, I think Luna's picks are actually good. Not that we would see these divisions as good, but those are the divisions that Luna actually does well with. And he really knows how to play them. So I'm seriously not sure if Luna picking a normal division would be a good thing for him. Because it might just not work with the playstyle that he has. But yeah, if he gives Gonzo any good divisions, it's probably not going to work. Love Fire versus Gonzo games, it shows how to trade better. Well, the problem is, I mean, Gonzo is generally very good at showing you how to trade better. He's super focused on trade. But also, Farid is one of those players who only knows pushing and aggression. So that really just plays into Gonzo's hands very well, actually. Because I've seen some of Farid's game, and he's incredibly aggressive, and it is very hard to stop that. But if you play against someone who's only focusing on trade, you just like Farid sometimes just trades flat points for flags, and that's totally okay. That's what he can do if you're super aggressive. But if you play against someone who is hyper focused on trading, you might not realize how badly you just traded. So I think that's a really bad matchup for Farid, actually. Yeah, but he leaves good divisions for opponents, Igor Kessel and 26 guard on 6. Yeah, okay. I thought that's a bad thing then. Yeah, he definitely needs to ban those. All right, so we made the pull at the start. We're going to do one quick play game, and then we're going to do one cast. And I might still go back to a quick play game after, but I might just be a bit too late. And I will go to bed then. But let's see. So, the one thing that I wanted to do is get some lower level players, lower division players. I think it's 4. There was a great game that I thought deserved to be casted, but I never got there, and I just need to find it. Because that was a fantastic one. I actually wanted to go to bed, watched it instead, and it was absolutely phenomenal. Where is it? It's one of Witch Doctor's games. Witch Doctor versus Panzerloli. That one was incredibly fun to watch. And it was really tight, so I don't remember half of it. So it's actually also very entertaining for me to play, to cast again, because I can't remember half of it. If I just can find it. There's so many games played, it's really hard to keep track. I wish I could. No, wrong player. At some point I need to go through all the games and check out some more of them, because like there's such a huge amount of good ones that all deserve to be casted, but I just couldn't keep track with so many coming out, and me being somewhat absent the last 2 weeks was relatively difficult. Oh, there we go. Finally found it. Just need to find which one. They named them. Really nice. There we go. OF 720 or Farid? Who's better aggressive player? I think Farid. I think for it. I'm not I'm not a long time Steel Division player, so I don't actually know how long he has been around. But at least as far as like I have seen, he is the aggressive player, and there's no debate about that. Furthest weird taste in divisions, he once beat me using first SS against my CVG on Ultra East. Wow. Okay, that's impressive, but that should be such a horrible matchup. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how he does it. He's like an absolute menace with some of these divisions. And some of them I don't even understand why they work. It's like absolutely insane. He likes 28th Jäger for some reason. And the sad thing is it works. So yeah, this one again I've seen part of it, and that was a really entertaining one. So this is the one we go with. Oh, let's see if you can also see the viewer. Okay. I guess you don't. No, you do. Okay. I was getting worried. That would have been super annoying. To be honest, after Stück buff, 28th does not suit that much. I haven't tried it yet, but he loved it before the buff as well, so. Alright, here we are. So, this one, I watched game one. I can't remember how that worked, but so I think Panzerloli won game one. So this is game two between Witch Doctor and Panzerloli, and we have a very interesting pick here. So you can do a guessing game. Which division is that on the right? Which division is that on the left? Yeah, Faza got one of them correctly, 184th. Love it already. Understandable. That sounds like a division you would enjoy. Definitely. I do have to give it a try though too. It looks fun. No, it's not 9K. It's 184th. Yeah, Faza got it correctly. Oh, hello, Witch Doctor. Shanina gave it away. What is that? Oh well, I know which one it is, Witch Doctor. I watched that game when you played it. Originally, I didn't plan for it. Oh, this ACE sniper. Where is that one? Ah, okay. Oh, Ace. I'm an idiot. Ace. I was like, AC. What? Ace. Yeah, clear. But yeah, so the other side. Any guesses? Well, let's get back to what was we what were we talking about? I forgot. Anyway, oh, okay, no worries. Okay, so it's gonna take a while still. I remember, but yeah, I originally I've seen game one that was won by Panzerloli, and then this one I wanted to go to bed. I couldn't sleep, so I just watched it for a bit. It was a super fun one. I don't remember much. It's because some time has passed, which is why it's a good time now to revisit it because it's still fun for me again. But I remember it was a wild one and not what I expected. So we have 184th versus Hermann Göring. And let's look at the deployments very quickly. I don't want to keep this too long, but so defensive deployment over here, classic push here, though not super deep, just some Sturmpires and then SPW. Big deployment over here. So this is a rare push that you rarely see, but because of that, it can sometimes work. Though it is not very heavy. It's like one SPW probably and one of these infantry units. Another unit coming over there. Interesting. Up north, not a lot. This is very odd to me because this is the classical place for blue to push. Like you can very easily get there. I would also argue that Hermann has a huge advantage over here because you have the SCGs and they weren't buffed here yet. But you know, in the Yellow Forest, they still do okay. You have the light armor. This division, I don't think it has bazookas. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't think it does. Whereas you can have some. So, and especially, yeah, I think there should be a huge advantage here. Once you get that, you can usually expand to over here. You can set up here on the hill, and it's just very annoying and very frustrating for for red side to get back in. So this is why I'm very surprised. On the other side, we do have an attempt of getting in here, which is not something we see very often either, I feel like. We do have a defensive deployment over here. We do have a push in here. Never really seen that. Like, usually you push into here. You can try to hold this then to support your hold on that. Now, this is very odd. And over here, we have the classic. We have a push in here. Might actually work because Panzerlord has nothing there. And let's go. I said I'd keep it short, but I probably didn't. So sorry in advance. You know me. I like to talk about these kind of things and analyze it. Maybe a little bit too much depth. You can, as always, let me know in the chat or the comments. I am aware. So do let me know. But most likely it's not going to change. Because even though every time I'm like, yeah, I really should try to do this better, I fail. Absolutely so. And Valentine's. Slow as always. Man, weirdest deployments are in intermediates. I'm always thrown off by my opponent's deployment here. Well, to be honest, I have made a huge push into here against Koenig, and it worked. Won me the game. So, like, sometimes doing weird stuff really pays off. So, the first push here by Panzerlord going well, but Witch Doctor again, a 15-9 with grabbing this flag. And what else? He's got oh, he got this flag. How? Okay, now it's gone. 13-11 still. 12-12. Him losing that flag. This flag finally lost again. He's still holding that one. So PPSH pushing in here. But I do have to say on that matter about the deployments. Personally, playing against players with in like a lower skill level as me, it's also very scary at times because again, their deployments are wild. Like, and this is like you can see that in every game. We all like you learn at some point how you should play it in an optimal way, and then you see how everyone else plays, and you kind of follow that same rule, right? Just adjust to what everyone does, and this is kind of the way you do it. So at some point, you just follow a certain like recipe, and you follow a certain way of playing because that is seen as good. And as soon as someone doesn't follow that, it can sometimes really throw you off massively. Oh, a big push here by Schumpeter, and really nice move there by Panzerlord using smoke to actually get into position. Sniper and 45mm have to fall back. The 52p is being forced off. This is why an OB25 is so much better than this. It's like a difference like day and night, because this thing would have probably killed these already, but this thing with just HE, just country SPW is brave enough to go over the edge here, immediately gets wasted by the Valentine. Stays free here defensively, so I guess Witch Doctor expected a breakthrough. He's on a 13-11 still though, with this massive grab OE, is holding 3 flags here, while having lost these 2. SPW now following, but the Valentines are finally arriving at the front lines. And just now Witch Doctor also says that in chat. So for you it will be a little bit of a delay. For me it's like the moment you wrote it, I said it. It was fun. And the M3 is coming in as well. These are, of course, much faster. Valentine versus T-34. This range... not so clear. Valentine bouncing. Oh, Valentine gets the kill. Okay. I mean, yeah, rate of fire. You will pen eventually. So, Valkyrie now coming in. Should be able to bring back the flag 12-12 at the moment. Only a very small difference there. Too slow to retreat. Fair enough. Fair enough. And Soviet doctrine for real, yeah. 50 mortar here is forcing off the Hagepenny MP44s. Flamer not following up though, so no surrender there. Strelky SVT moving in, but we could probably catch her out of cover. Half-track is not in a position where he can actually support it. It's 184th, Murnruk. Base division. Fair enough, yeah. Oh, nice. Move. Actually, I should do that more often. Just hitting everything, because eventually it's gonna get pinned. I usually do like one target where I think it is, and then it misses, and then I'm sad because nothing is pinned. So that's actually the way better use of them. You have plenty of ammo anyway. I mean, you run out, but you know, if it's a fight, that really matters. Panzer only have 1311, with Panzer still having these two, which Doctor only has that one flag. T-34 is moving in. Oh, nice position here of the Valentine. 45 mil here. Now it's going after that, so no flanking position there. 2-on-1, probably not so good for the Valentine. I would argue it's probably not... It wouldn't be my pick of choice in this map. Like on something like Ostrita, I can see it, but maybe not here. Valentine still got a win. And not Pan so far. Wow, Pan's only really unlucky. Ju-87 coming in for the Valentine here. No AA as far as I can see. There's now 2 Kara coming in. If it gets on the back of it, it will kill the Ju-87. Ju-87 has medium resilience now, so frontal pass, yeah, it should survive. Wow. Oh no, that's something red that went down here. Valentine still alive though. One against a T-34, another one going in there. Oh my. Someone's feeling ballsy, but Ansel is still on the third 11. So, which Doctor still is? That's massive, because at the end of the day, if at some point you push back behind the river, one thing that is really hard to do at times is finding another way of crossing, right? Especially once some time has passed and your opponent had time to reinforce it. So getting on one side and remains there, that is good. After just diving in, no fucks given. Opinion MP44 will waste that Strelky. Which doctor says I have to give? Yes, absolutely, you do. As long as you can, pressure. Eventually we'll have to dig in against Maverick, unless you have traded super well in A phase, because then basically his point advantage just helps him to kind of offset the trade imbalance, but other than that, he's absolutely right, just push it. Remember, EA 458, at the end of the day, it has nothing to do, like, the income doesn't tell you to be aggressive or passive, so balanced doesn't mean passive or defensive. It just means that you're the strongest in C phase. IL-2, the napalm. I can't remember if that did much. That probably tells me that it didn't do much when I saw this game live. But again, I can't remember. So many things I forgot. So when I see things, I start remembering. Oh yeah, that happened. But all right, let's see. How good is this thing? Because I remember it's not that good. Okay, no, actually. Okay, no. I mean, if there's a lot of things here, then you can move in to pin them, to surrender them. Okay, but this way. Panzer III moving in. Nothing here really can deal with that. Although this thing can easily kill that, probably, if it faces the right way. Also, by the way, Murnruk, since you're apparently still here, I hope you don't take offense by the statements I made earlier about skill and whatnot. Not skill, what was it? The new king of the meta, something was that. For some reason, what? For some reason. Oh yeah, Panzer IV coming. This is dangerous because, I mean, Witch Doctor really doesn't... Oh, okay. So I haven't criticized you or anything, just to be clear about that. But someone asked if you're the new king of the meta, and I was like, not quite yet. But, Valentine versus Panzer T-34 again. But then the Yak Panzer is going to be a problem, especially if it spots the Valentine here. Which it does. Because the Valentine won't pen that. At all. But it killed another T-34. This thing, again, I had that this is a discussion that happens often on Discord, including with Gonzo. This thing is still a problem. You can't convince me otherwise. This is a huge problem. Oh, this thing getting double teamed. Ooh, it's so good with 2 guns, but he can't win the fight. I think yeah. No, if I remember what happened here, I think was he couldn't decide what to shoot. And that's a bit of a problem. I don't really know when it happens. Oh, because both of them have the same art. No. Maybe it's that. There's one thing I know is that it tanks generally focus the thing with more armor, so... Jarbaxer says, well, this is just... Yeah, they are. Especially with 35 points. I think pretty much everyone agrees Valentine is a problem only Gonzo because it's Gonzo. Yeah. Yeah. Look, we all know. Sniper has not been revealed itself. Nice move, by the way, putting on return fire. Really need to do that if you want to keep a sniper for recon, otherwise it will reveal itself. We have seen, and I've missed it, a push here by Valkyrie. It's not a massive push, but it at least forces Witch Doctor to react, which is the moment something that Panzer really needs just to keep his advantage. Also, it gave him a flag, actually. I just noticed that. That's the flag that he got. We grabbed that one for the Valkyrie. So this is rather nice. 20 points, you can just throw it in. And the fun thing is, again, some of the Soviet infantry can still win. My opinion gets unloaded here by the 45mm Valentine. Neither of those are massive at HE damage, so... It's okay. This one will probably still win against it after. Is this Strelky DP, not an SPT? J87 coming in for the Valentine again. No AA yet. Which baffles me, and he's lost tanks to it, so I'm surprised. Yeah, especially if you bring an ISU 1 to 2. Now you want to bring AA, because... Oh yeah, he definitely needs that to win against CR Panzer 4, unless he has an AT plane himself. I don't know, does this division have an AT plane? I don't play one at E4 for much. I probably should, but... Push here has been forced off with just a half track and an AFTO. Yeah, Pioneer gets the TNT done. 2 Srelky DPs, though, will be able to move in and just finish the job, since it's so suppressory. Wow, AFTO recovered from suppression and just quickly finishes it off there, casually finishing off the Pioneer there. Wow. 50mm is doing the pinning, but nothing is moving, is like following up. So that's a bad move there by Witch Doctor. Like if this thing doesn't kill, it does only pin. So you need to hit things that move up. I guess he wants to wait till all this is done, but I feel like until it's done with all of this, whatever he hit first, if there was something, he would probably have recovered. 45mm is gonna get double teamed. Just keeps on bouncing. I think it's just gonna get killed. If we were going after this with the APCR, it might win, but it is not. I don't really know why. Valentine coming in. Oh no, over here. Interesting. Now it's shifting. 45mm. Nice aggressive position here. You can actually cut off some things from there. So great use there. Shrubhai in the meantime pushing over here. So it looks like Panzer trying to clear this out better. I mean, if he can actually like grab a hold here and then go moving to here, that would be probably be a good move. IC-1-2 came in, probably killed off the Yak Panzer 4. I can't see. Did he push that forward? Is that the Yak Panzer 4? No. Somewhere over here then. There it is. But no AA. So Panzer will probably just come with his Clusterstück at some point. And that's not going to end well for which Shock Desires you want to do. What's that? Oh, 45mm. Finds an SPW-233 and gets a gun jam. APCR not turned off. Now it's turned off. Or maybe, no, it used 2 shots. So it wasn't. 12-12 for Witch Doctor once again. And we've only now reached B phase. Well, okay, 3 minutes ago. Close enough. IL-2 is being stopped by the 88s. Panzerek has been spotted, so that's very key here. Because that thing could potentially hurt quite a bit if Witch Doctor ever decided to push in there. And the bombs just stop in front of the Panzerek. Ju-87 being used for, yeah. So not really the way to use it. You can pin, and that can be a good move, but only if you can follow up with it. Otherwise, it's just a waste of your plane. Because now when you see a tank, you can't use it. Now we finally start seeing AA, since Witch Doctor now really has had enough. But he covers off one of the more important spots over here, because he clearly sees that things are coming his way over here. And he has quite some forces here, so it definitely makes sense to protect that. This one, I think he hopes to protect all of this with this one here, but it might be just too far back. You probably need to have it like up here. Or over here, alternatively. Murruk has been spotted, so the only thing that stands in Witch Doctor's way for a counter push then is going to be the pack 38 there. But 37 being used for pinning again. Tanko going after the Pioneer. Strelka deep here in a nice position. Just put it into the churchyard because then you can actually spot and see things at a distance. No, it revealed itself against Pioneer. Oh, and the Shroom managed to move in because this thing is out of position. Ooh. Yeah, Shroom is going to get in. It's going to kill that. Tanko wins this fight though. But round 4, Witch Doctor once again as he grabs this flag. IL-4 having a bomb go at a bombing run at the Panzer Grenadier over here. 88 can't stop it. As he wants to find, what does he find? Something. Lost line sight. Big Boom kills that Panzer Gren. Not a pusher with Valkyrie and Panzer 3. Sniper still not spotted. Impressive. L2KR just having a go at trying to see what's there. Oh, Yak Panzer 4 has been. Oh, by the 45mm, getting some side shots. I remember that. I have seen that. That was massive. We've just seen the result now, unfortunately, but wow. That is a huge kill. Let's say Yak Panzer 4, okay, we'll probably get killed by the S-112. But still, if you manage to move around that, could be very problematic here. Panzer bringing it back to third level, though, with re-grabbing this flag. Is grab this one back, and at the moment, Witch Doctor is only holding this. Remember, Witch Doctor has a lot of ground here on this side of the river, but not a lot of flag. Like, all of this is nothing. Only this one counts for something at the end of the day. Now, if the with the Steward spam starts, because again, this division doesn't have much other than Stewards, Valentines, and the M3 leaders. You do have the S-112 in their T-tab though, so it's just a really fun combination of tanks. One that you don't see every day and not suitable for a map. SK-1 coming in. Over here to do some close range. Oh, off-map plan. Karl Garrett coming in. And bombing a Valentine 3, I guess. Well, he might still be able to pin the units. Witch Doctor has correctly guessed where this is going to go and is falling back. Or at least somewhat correctly. I mean, it is on here. You can't know where exactly, but doesn't need that. Tiger coming in. More reinforcements for the center. So it looks like Panzer is very determined to get back in here. Which is very odd to me. Like, this is where you get a flag, which you just lost, bringing it back to third line for Witch Doctor. And up here is where you could also push. Or over here is where you could push. At the moment, he can, as long as he has something in place to make sure that he doesn't lose that flag just immediately again, I don't think there's any reason for him to deploy so heavily over here. There's a lot of nothing over here to fight over. And oh, BA-10 finds shot on the SK-1. Is it going to get the kill? It's going to land. Oh, SK-1 is such a huge kill. That's expensive. And that opens up airplays over here again. There's nothing there protecting Witch Doctor. Panzer Witch Doctor on a 14-10 now. He's on fire as he re-grabs his flag. With the Striker DP, which is going to get wasted by the Shroom. Tanker, though, might be able to do it. It has no Molotovs anymore, though. This thing is halfway suppressed, so maybe the Tanko... Yeah, it's absolutely going to shred that. Armor Block might be able to clean up with that. 88 is trying to stop the L2, just going after the Panzer Grenadier over here. We have a recon plane coming and 2 Ju-87s, which I'm not really sure what they're going after. Oh, the SU-122 is there's a little bit too far forward. The two, this is an 85mm. This is not even a 37mm. But I don't think both of us can really save that one. Okay. One of them might... No. Might spread it out enough, though. No. Not two of them. One maybe. Not two, though. Gets the kill. Panzergrens are bound to move in. Tanker here could potentially be cut off. Oh, so this free is also positioned in here. Gets a gun jammed on the Panzer III. Wow. And one of the Shade 7 goes down. Massive kill there for Witch Doctor. That's huge. Not a 37mm coming in. But yeah, he clearly did not cover it off well enough with AA. And he paid for it. Though again, he baited out a plane. I'm not really sure which one's better in the long run, though. Stewart having go here as well against the Panzer III. Can pen it, though at this range, not super likely. 45mm coming in, and much better, although maybe driving too fast. This thing, which is good to deal with those AT guns, can't really help because it has its gun jammed. 13-11 still for Witch Doctor. It's approaching the end of B phase. Calgary coming in again. And so Witch Doctor fell back here. I don't think he lost anything, but he fell back a little bit too far. And didn't really follow, didn't really do another, like didn't go back to move back into position. Now he does. Valkyria is getting missed by the 50 mil, I guess. Srelky DP and Srelky SVT moving. Need to be careful. The Valkyria does have AT. You don't want to drive in there. If you do something like that, you need to micro it like Witch Doctor does. Nice move there. Micro it so that you can stop it when you feel like now we're getting too close. 2 IL4 going for a bombing run. I mean, Witch Doctor can't know there's basically nothing there. He needs to be careful not to move into it though. Oh, and it lands. Goodbye, Valkyrie. Stood here, pushing forward. There's nothing here to stop it. Valentine here. Slowly pushing forward. Thought it was a big fight. Well, yeah, I mean, I would think so too if I was you. And Calgadat's going to go off. It's going to kill this. It's probably going to pin these. Maybe even kill them. Oh, there we go. Kill something. Oh, something died here. Half track maybe? Panzer IV now moving up here. Yeah, I think this is not really what you want. You don't really want to just have one tank moving up here. It's probably not the way to go. And support. At least you could soften up with artillery. I don't really know why Panzer didn't take any artillery whatsoever. Because like this river maps often enough ends up in a grind. Even if you have an income advantage at some point, you might need to soften things up with artillery first so that you can actually push, because it's like might be some AT guns that you can't really get past or something like that. So I'm very surprised we don't see any artillery, because that could definitely help them up here. Or here, for that matter. Though Calgaret does the job very well, admittedly. TK-Z71 coming in up north. Though I'm not really sure if it's needed, because this is probably not where Witch Doctor's going to push, since it's not much for him to grab here, unless he can really take all of the hill, which gives him 2 flag, but it's a big push. Flamer versus Panzergren. Flamer, it's very suppressed though, still wins. Gets us around the half track, getting surrounded here. 45 million Valentine stopped the Panzergren Panzerfaust, 13-11 still. So Panzer is, I think, in a rough spot now. See, he is not really, I mean, he's being taken down at the end of B phase already by Witch Doctor, and he has been for quite a while. So he's a rough time coming back, and I don't really see where he can really push. Like, he is pushed, this is the only place where he can still realistically cross without major problems. Here, this is not really possible anymore. Here, this is not possible at all. Neither here or here. So, 37 having a go, but flying directly over the 37, which is nicely double-vetted, as it should be. So, that might be able to stop it. Valentine versus Panzer III. Oh, no, it killed the Panzer IV. Yikes. Panzer III is not spawning that then. No, it's spawning the Srelky DP, which is going to get killed by the Shrimpai over there. Valentine, though, I think is spawning the Panzer III now. Or is it the Panzer IIIN? Panzer IIIN, which still has the gun gen. 81 Mimosa on the run now, as it would probably be killed by the Valentine as well. Wow. Kills a horse. That is also acceptable. And now more reinforcements pouring in. Another one, Panzer IV coming in on Panzerloli's side. He has... Is 88 still alive though, miraculously? I would have expected Witch Doctor to target that at some point, since he obviously wants to use his Air Force, but it's not the case. ME410 coming back in. Oh, to spot and bait for Calgaret. But 85 mil is here. That might be able to force Calgaret off. This thing is really only to be used where there's no AA. Oh boy. Yeah, the 122 is in now. I remember. Well, I have seen what happened with your heavy artillery, Witch Doctor. We're gonna talk about this. I remember that. I remember. We're gonna talk about that. 85 mil is forcing off the Calgaret. So yeah, for anyone who's, if anyone has joined the stream in the meantime, this game I have seen before, but it was quite late in the evening. I don't remember a lot of things, but something that's gonna happen I do remember. Srelky DP moving into the Shrimpayo again. A lesson has not been learned. Do not bring line infantry in the CQC range. I know that you know, Witch Doctor. I remember when this happened, I was like, no, why are you doing that? 122 is just softening up things here, so it looks like Witch Doctor attempts to push at some point, which is reasonable. He has a lot of forces here. 81mm is trying to prevent that, though. Panzer still just chilling there. Could be repaired at some point. I mean, we can very clearly see that Panzer just has lost all the momentum he's had. He's been pushed back off the hill, from the other side of the river, and at that point, with the American gone, it's increasingly hard to make these pushes. Oh, 37mm is getting attacked by Zikiev set very low. Would need to fall back right away, but is Panzer III is having a go. Honestly, pretty surprised in Panzer listed. Well, yeah, this is the point where you would probably realize that this is not going to go well, and you would surrender. Or Panzer III versus 37mm. This would be a huge kill, as Panzer only likes to use his air force, and that would open up again. And it's still alive. Valentine's slowly moving, but it might be a bit too slow to save the 37mm. It's not machine gun range, so there we go. 37mm is done. Valentine might be able to take revenge, but let's see. Which I says, wanted to change the angle of my attacks to come down from the north. Thought the center bridge was too defended. Oh, that's a fair assumption. I mean, this is very often defended on either side. 122 in the meantime still softening things up. Well, if you keep your artillery going here, eventually it will get in. IL-4 having a go at these, so the sniper really doing a lot of spotting. We can actually check. It's always interesting to see. Panzer actually sees quite a lot, but I think a large part of that is his recon plane. Witch Doctor sees not that much, but a fair bit. Sometimes interesting to know still. IC-122 coming in again. We have a 152 very close up. IL-4 slowly getting shelled by the 88. Going after the 88? No, not yet. Anyone with mortar? Going after either of those two, maybe both of them, who knows? Game slowing down quite considerably, but I mean, the reason for that is simply that Panzer doesn't really have the resources to really push anywhere at the moment, by the looks of it. And Witch Doctor is in a winning position. He does not need to push hard. He just needs to make sure that he maintains his advantage. If the game was a stalemate from now on, and no one could cross the river, that would be just fine for Witch Doctor. And he can win an RT war because he has the income for it. He probably has built his deck in a way that he can do that. So if it comes down to that, it's probably fine for him either. Or After versus Shrimpire. After is very low already. Witch Doctor doing the ground attack trick, then stopping it, then doing it again, then stopping it again. And now not doing it. I think it's gonna die. Yeah, it does. That was that was an interesting movement there. And now it is 152 going after the Panzer IV. Is it in? It isn't. No, it is not in radio range. There's nothing here that provides radio. Still, it's gonna hurt. 88 actually, or did it spot? What's up? Oh, steward over there. Big engagement going on over here. All no CQC units, but I mean, eventually you just overwhelm that poor little Panzergren. You might eventually just overwhelm the Sturmpire as well, who knows. Another 152 coming in. And there we go. There we go. So this is what I remember Witch Doctor. A heavy artillery piece should never be in range of a mortar. At least not an 81 with mortar. That should just never happen. That's way too. Especially like these are so slow. Like this thing could probably firing since like it feels like 10 minutes now. It's more like 1 or 2 minutes, but still, like this thing could already be firing, but it just takes forever to get to the front line. This as well, like if your artillery is getting counter-batteried by at least heavy howitz, getting counter-batteried by 81 with mortar, you're doing something wrong. Nice attempt of pushing it over the Strelky DP. Cassette 1 is here as well for protection, as well as up north. He did single vet them? Oh, he took 2 cars of them. Okay, so the Avis one probably unvet and the Beavis one probably single vet that one. But way more sense. Wanted the radio, not many in the deck. Oh, yeah. In some of the Soviet decks, in my opinion, it's really worth taking the artillery observer, just because of that. SU-122 is being forced back by the 88. Let's be careful not to show any side armor, but the 88 is a bit stressed. Oh, down it goes. Massive kill there. Massive kill there. But to be honest, with these massive things, you like the radio is nice to have, but you don't necessarily need it with this. Going after the 88 now, though. Ammo is in, but the Panzer III is still not repaired. Oh, we do see a wolf pack. Signature move by Hobo Tango. Anyone who knows it, he's like, it's not really a wolf pack, but Hobo is the master of having full 81mm mortar half tracks, and they will obliterate anything in their way. It's absolutely insane what they can do. You should watch that every now and then. It's absolutely insane. Though a slow push here by Panzerlolly finally trying to take that back. I mean, he could have probably pushed for the edge of the hill early and tried to re-grab that. There we go. It's like down to 50% of its health already. And this one might just get unloaded next to it. And that's what you get for putting it too close to the front line next to a reinforcement road. Oh, I'm sorry if I sound rude, Witch Doctor, but I was when I was watching this I remember. This is the one thing I remember about this game. That was wild. I was like, no. And then both things happened that show why you wouldn't do that. That was funny. Oh, no, one of the funny moves is actually coming still. I remember another thing from that game. 52. Is he going after the 88? Did he spot the 88? Oh, that would be massive. Losing an 88 to this. Ooh, that's real bad. I think it's going after the 88. It is. Yikes. Yikes. No. And the 88 is going to go down to 76 mil. Oh, that hurts. And that's the A. No, just the SKF that's on still. Never mind. That's not the A gone. But immediately the air spam is going to follow. Wow. Okay, so we have the Pak 40 is being targeted. The MG42 is being targeted. And this blob here is being targeted. An IL-2KR to kind of bait down airplay. And then the two rocket IL-2s going after the S-67. Now, both of these are absolutely horrible. And I think it's slightly mistimed, because the S-67 still has enough time to shoot at them. But there we go. It is falling back, and the other one misses too, because it's too stressed out. That was... Oh, that is a wild attack. That is... I mean, it is vastly successful. Most of the targets that were... A lot of the targets that were targeted died, but these rocket planes are absolutely horrible. Yeah, remember, guys, the IL-2 rocket planes are just not that good. And the sad thing is, it looks damaged, but overall, still very okay. Now, as not even saying that is a bad call. It is a really nice call. But I think it needed, there was no more units needed here to kind of distract the SKZ-1. But yeah. Is the one in 97 actually good? Okay, I didn't know. I didn't know that there was different ones, to be honest. Because so far, in 9 out of 10 cases of me seeing an IL-2 rocket plane, it absolutely sucks. But I didn't know that it was a good one. So, my bad then. Oh, by the way, the 152 died, and this one actually looks like lost some health in the process as a... What's it called? Collateral damage. And the next one is being targeted right now. This is what I meant with no artillery piece should ever die to a mortar, at least not to an 81mm mortar. And it's getting pinned. Ooh, yeah. More AA coming in as the 85mm here actually died as well. But a Sherman just pushing through. There's nothing stopping it. A Tiger is going to stop it very well, but still. Just moving in, casually grabbing 2 flags. Massive push there. Panzer IV here having a go at stopping this, but the IC-152 is not something you want to mess with. Oh, actually kills the Pak 40. But since the Panzer IV so nicely moves in, it's probably going to pick up as well. Now, for once, the accuracy is accurate. of that thing, because very often, like, this thing, it feels so disgusting. We're 15-9 for Witch Doctor as he grabbed 2 flags over here. Still holding that one. Never lost that one since the start of the game. Absolutely impressive. SC-152 having another go. And takes out the Panzer IV. Now the Tiger is here as well. SU-152 not moving forward at the moment. Losing line of sight on things though. Tiger killing the Maxim, but I don't think that's going to be enough. I mean, there's 3 of these in here. They can just be everywhere now. Tiger can only be in one place at one time. So there's that. L2K having another go at the Panzer IV. Interesting choice. That's probably going to get stopped by the SK-1, although it could be targeted by artillery. It's targeting the mortar though, which also haven't been moved, so might actually work. As one of 2 falling back, I think could have... No. Why did it move that way? Interesting. Now about to re-engage, but it looks like it's spotted... Oh, maybe one of the Panzer Grants. Lose line... No, didn't lose... Oh, the Panzer III. I was about to say it's going to lose line of sight. It didn't though. Wow. Oh, it didn't show front armor. Okay. That makes a lot of sense then. Does he finally get the Panzer III? He does. Forces freeze double teamed by the Panzer III and the Tiger. ISU 152. 1-2 now versus Tiger. Better fight for the ISU 1-2 probably. At this range I would assume the Tiger will struggle somewhat to pen it. Never mind. But the ISU 1-2 gets the kill. More artillery coming in. Very close, actually. Oh, the SK-1 has been targeted. Oh, no, it has moved. But the mortar has died. Wow. A lot of value there buying Witch Doctor from his artillery. And it's growing more and more. There's 3 122s out now and 3 152s. And 1 mortar on Panzer Lord side. It's not going to go well. Well, this thing with the heat charm, and actually just pick up a Panzer IV here. It is in range. Doesn't spot it though. Now it spotted it. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, it's getting pinned quickly though. It might just miss because of the stress. It is not... It doesn't have the pinning resistant to tank shots that AT has. And there we go. It's pinned, misses the 1 shot. Artillery is going after it though. And the fleet of IL-4s and an IL-2. I think they should kill it. I would think. Oh, there's 1 M3 still around there. Going for a push now. Big infantry push being stopped by the Panzer IV. It can't stop everything though. Another IL-2 coming in. I mean, that Panzer IV is going to get obliterated. IL-2 does a trick. Targeting the SK-71. Will it finally get the kill? Can it finish the job? Lost line of sight. Stressed it out. But failed to kill it. SK-71 once again lives to fight another day. IL-2 could potentially finish it off. You could strafe it at that point. Is it going to happen? Doesn't look like it. Roye after is now coming in. So I think someone asked Witch Doctor in the chat a while ago if he's out of infantry. By the looks of it, he's not. Very much not. IL-2 No, looks like it was going to strafe something. The Witch Doctor said, oh my god, now I remember, it was immortal. Yeah, it really looks like that. I'm not even sure if it died eventually. Again, I've seen the game, but there's so many things I don't remember, or only remember as I see them. Now it is recovered. IL-2 being slowly forced off. IC-1-2 having another go at a Panzer IV. Panzer IV really shouldn't pen it at this distance. So that's not going to go in. Well, the IC-1-2 will probably miss for a while. Marder's now coming in as well. I don't know what they see. Oh, the infantry over here. 122 now as well, though not in range where I can use heat. And Panzer Lorry finally surrendered. So the SES is actually gonna survive the end of the game. But it was an absolutely amazing game. Now, if you look at the trades, 1,000 points trade difference is massive, especially if you consider that Panzer Lorry also got more income the longer the game went. So that game was pretty much over at that point. If we look at the start though, the opener, we do see Panzer Lorry had a good thing going for a bit. Witch Doctor just did a better job at grabbing flags early on, and then it kind of shifted to Panzer Lorry a little bit, but his pushes just weren't really like sustainable enough. And Witch Doctor immediately pushed back, which Panzer Lorry did not really do for Witch Doctor's push, which was a bit weird at the end of the day. And it looks like it was not too unbalanced at the start. But then you can, yeah. Like, there's moments of greatness here for Panzerlorry, but overall I think there's a bit more red than blue. And a lot of the blue units cost quite a bit more. So this is not always when you see Axis versus Soviet, you always need to remember that even if there is more like Axis kills, it doesn't necessarily mean that that's worth more points. So unfortunately, but till the end especially was very dominated by Witch Doctor. Witch Doctor says, GG, thank you for the cast, unexpected and unique. Well, yeah, I was trying to find something that I wanted to do for quite a while. I've seen this game and it was absolutely wild, and I was like, this deserves to be casted. It's a good one to do today, since it's one of the older ones that I might just forget otherwise at some point. Look at that Valentine. Wow. I mean, this one already killed 2 T-34s. Like, that's massive. One of them costs more than the Valentine. So just let that sink in for a moment. 45 mil is also absolutely great. This was such a huge kill. Killing that Yak Panzer IV. And... oh, wow. This thing also pretty massive. IL-4 doing quite some damage. ISO 1-2 being the sniper that it is sometimes. On the other side, we do have MG42. Oh, the MG42 killed the 85 mil. Yikes. SPWs, they're great for pushing. We see this right here. Yak Panzer IV, of course, yeah, is hard to deal with. Doesn't get a side shot by a 45 mil. Carl Garrett getting some kills too. Love to see that. This is, I love this off map. Even if things die to it, I can't even be mad if it's used against me. It's just a cool thing. It looks so massive when things. Oh, look at the Panzer III. Wow, that thing performed super well too. So some units that didn't perform badly on both sides. Very impressive. Are you doing quick play matches, or is it getting too late? No, I think I'm gonna leave it at that for today. Trying to look a bit out for my sleep this week, since I have a half marathon soon, and I want to be well rested for that. But we'll be back with another stream tomorrow for a game between Yapasa and Farid. Because of that, Wednesday there will be no cast. But depending on what the waiting times are tomorrow, I might do a quick play game then. I still need to practice. I need to face this week. I will need to face Attack Bar on Espresso. Those are opponents that I'm very much afraid of, to be honest. I was very afraid about Upoka and Espresso. But the longer I think about it, Attack Bar is still very dangerous too. I mean, he's out of shape, but the man has game knowledge and experience, and that matters a lot. So yeah, I need to make sure that I practice enough still to not instantly lose against him. Gotcha, fun little stream, and sorry, I was sleeping through my game. Well, it happens. It happens. Again, I might tune in tomorrow. I will cast Farid versus Japaza, but maybe in between you might be playing, and then I will 100% cover that if I can. But just not sure yet. So this will be one of those little downtime things that you can do sometimes. Down to practice with you if you don't have anyone to play. Well, I would very much like to do so, but towards the end of the week probably, because tomorrow or maybe Wednesday I'll get to you. I get in touch with you on Discord. Don't need to do that via the stream now. That's a bit easier. But yeah, I'll absolutely be down to that. So with that, I think I'm gonna thank you all for being here, and yeah, have a great evening. See some of you hopefully tomorrow when we watch Japan's versus Farid. Very excited for that one. And good luck with your games. We all are a bit rusty. Got the new discs and not even played them yet. But yeah, definitely try them out. They're really fun. I've not tried out the ones that were seen as super OP actually, the Soviet ones. Although S&P is arguably also very good, but very fun. Give them a try. Right. Good night, everyone. Bye, and see you next time.